So I will make one more recording on how to be informed. So stay on top of the news. Before the time change, winter, summer, 10:56 a.m. was 1:56 on postcount, and it's in English because it is for post count as well. So what is the board time now? 3:56. And it probably jumps 1 hour when I'm unbanned. So, but it's still every time surprising. Yeah. So there is absolutely nothing going on. So we had 6,000 on average, like bots, when I was still posting. So I expect. Also this one I already checked out. The clay motion. Well, it's neat, and I think it will be possible to like a fighter game or something. Like should be possible at some point. But I didn't check the pool. So I'm always banned for the political part of the forum, politics and stuff. But it was so it's just roughly 2,000 new posts since I was banned. Maybe I will not check the there didn't happen much, but that doesn't mean, because they are all Republicans, that doesn't mean that so from that doesn't mean, it just means it was not going well for the Republicans. So then Echo der Zeit, and I will listen that later. So I don't know if this is available outside of Switzerland, but we still have a proper so from so I could download it and share it, right? So because so let's see, so like this utopia in Honduras, and so there you can basically make your own, also Rechtsrahmen, rules as a startup, and so on. And then about so then there's this cyborg implantat. That's and then this is like this is not the. I probably will not even listen to this episode. That is a bit like what was the one from yesterday? So do they have that daily or just on the weekend? No, they have a daily. They have a daily episode at the moment. Yeah, so there is no, it's like sometimes there's a break, but like this is I mean, this is not that helpful, not a very good example. So then So the Wikipedia founder about the internet, that might be interesting, but I mean, normally it's just that you might find, this is Sternstunde. No, Sternstunde Philosophie is such, they lost so much in substance, and now, like, you would need to, like, it would be an interesting topic, but this is not the place to, so this is basically another podcast. I cannot recommend it. So the last, like, since Peter Singer, I mentioned, this was just like, and then I forgot, Mr. Burton returned, so I didn't expect to get banned this quickly. So there is still the so this is like a greeting for also this Notruf backwards Burton, but yeah, like, yeah. So now we check YouTube, and I mean, all those I don't click them away. This one I will click away. I mean, this is just a clickbait with like Naroditsky, but so I will not. I do not click away. But with the title, you already know. So this is a good example. So lost in just 12 moves. So from the position here, we already know. So yeah, like, so you would never watch that, because then you have to click through the commercials and so on. Now, you would be so it's all about the Epstein files, and that there is even mentioned that Trump sucked up to I don't even remember the name. Also Clinton, the president, or not the debate, and that's the issue. So instead of then tuning out, there is nothing new. They will watch 2-3 hours. So I have I have Tom and Jerry. I already forgotten but this is on the piano. Maybe it's not Jan. So it's like this one. That one I copy, because that was but it's from 8 years ago, so you know it isn't AI generated. And for me it's nostalgia, because I remember when I watched this episode. I think that was when we were like in Ebnot couple, and then there we had morning access to the Tom and Jerry collection they had there. So and I mean, this is just like I think this episode won, I mean, rightfully so, an Oscar, because it's like the animation is real, so the music is basically fitting to the animation, and this is something you could probably well, do with AI assistance as well, but it's already. I would say this is already GTO. Like it's kind of the same with Pink Panther. It's like, well, it doesn't change that, like, it was perfect. This is the perfect. This was already you can easily like copy that, and yeah, I mean that's just an example, but like what what they are kind of, I mean Trump and uh, entourage are kind of doing now is and I forgot to mention in the beginning. For me, that's obvious. So BWV156 is also 1056R, also rearranged, ist the Kantate 156. This is just like I mean coincidence, right? But it's so like the second movement is from that Kantate. So ich stehe mit einem Fuß im Grabe oder bei einem Bein im Grabe. Yeah, that's just and 193 is the word value of my like enemy on post count. Also of one of his like evade accounts. So AZ is the name, and if you spell it properly, then it's like AC. No, so like, yeah, but um, uh, that's why I will never. This time I will never upload more than 192. So I will, before I upload new ones, I will unlist already. So that's the difference. So for this kind of content, for the bots, like this is so sad. So I guess this picture is still shown here in the preview, but because yeah, here the image is gone because that hosting stuff does no longer work. So how is it possible that it is shown here like it should and not shown in like so that's why I had to. I still don't know how to do it otherwise. So now now with YouTube and Discord, so this image is now properly hosted as long as it is hosted on my YouTube channel, and I have no other way. I can copy it around now. I mean, this is not the picture I want to look at too long, but like this one as well. So I could easily now copy it and move around, but I have no other way to. I haven't figured out how to otherwise like host a picture, and well, that's not really a solution either. So I mean, yeah, but better than nothing. And for like the bots, this is I mean that's the last I shared. So this is a proper YouTube upload. But for me, no new information at all as well. So here I can check how many. So last time I checked, it was like 5,900. So someone is well reading that. It is most likely bots, but still so like all those podcasters. So I think they all are absolutely pointless. So all of them, and not just the podcasters, but like, so I didn't watch any of those, like, just this just means you, this as well. It's a completely pointless, like, they contribute nothing on both sides. It's not just like this is politically, at least, but it's such a waste of time, and it's kind of what Fox News, also on the radio or television. So that's what in Nancy's household is still the case. So basically the television runs all the time, but for the most part it's like podcasts. So you listen to that during like in the kitchen and doing the laundry or whatever, but not actively all the time. But the television is is always running, and now this is the same. So I would never like, even when I'm waiting for action on the poker tables, then I would never listen to something like that. It's like it's so badly presented, that information. But it seems the attention span, that's what's left for yeah. So they, I mean, they are all like, for me, I don't understand why, but they seem quite successful, and like, yeah, I mean, this is so now it's basically that well, Trump, even if they would vote to release the Epstein files, could still veto it, I guess, except if they have, like, so if they have in the House and the Senate, like, what is it, like 3/5, then it might be difficult, but otherwise, like, and so now they launched an investigation into Bill Clinton, of course, and well, the Democrats again, and now they don't have to release them, even if so, because they can claim it's an ongoing investigation again. So and the problem is that I doubt that it is working according to the plan this time, but the real issues get, as usual, it's like with the war. So there are in like the Sahel zone, so that part of Africa, like, from the suffering from the how many human lives are like, also the death and how many refugees and so on, that's worse than Israel and Ukraine together. But there is no attention at all on that, and it's the same here. So there would be so much more important, like, but you cannot make such a drama. And if you really want to be informed, so they are, so they mention stuff like that. Well, Epstein technically was only convicted for one, like, massage with happy end, I guess, with the minor, and she was 17 years and 10 months old already at that. So technically it's not really a pedophile. That's what they are discussing. Now that's like with my arzt uncle. I have two of them, actually. I always forget. So the one from Africa is about as bad, but like, so that's not the same as a PhD. So in the past, my grandfather, there it was just like because the doctor in town, so he was like by default an expert for all kind of like history and music and science and that's no longer the case. So when it comes to science, if you just studied medicine, that's completely useless. Like you stopped at the end of the gymnasium. There was no more like physics. They know nothing when it comes to science, STEM fields, right? Obviously, it's just still that there are this generation of my godfather that tries to paint a different picture, but that doesn't work. It didn't work for, and it's the same with my father. My father has title in biology, but it's from, what is that now, 40 years ago or something. No more, I guess 45 years ago. So like that's just that's, maybe that was enough back then, I don't know, but you would never be able to use him since I know him in a group that wants to publish, and this would be a requirement nowadays. So he would never manage to do a PhD with what they have nowadays. It's the same for music. So most of the ones that studied music 50 years ago, they wouldn't even pass the entrance exam for the conservatorium nowadays. It's not a given. Like if they continued to, but like it's not because you passed the test 50 years ago. It's the same in the church. Doesn't mean that like you if you're still interested, you have an opportunity to continue, right? And I guess it's as simple as that. It's just the wrong term. So it's much worse what this Epstein like island and everything attached to it is much worse than if like even a pedophile padre like touches the altar girl, or often it's the boys. I don't know. Like it's so much worse, and that's just because they are not able. So you would actually be much better informed than again. So my homepage with this book. So here it is. That is definitely properly discussed, right? And it is not an argument that, in another country, if she was 17 years old, that would all have been legal. Yes, from the age aspect of things, maybe that would even be true. The issue is that those girls were scouted, like some of them like 3-4 years earlier, and it's way worse that this like abusing their situation. Then like but that's it's this obvious, like, but it seems for the Republican Party, the average, it's not just the Republican Party, also the average citizen, you have to point that out, and even if you point it out, they don't get it. And it's not just, it's the same around here. They just, they just stop thinking. So it's the same with this newsletter. So because they are now voted in as whatever, like the president of the Green Party of Canton St. Gallen, or they are voted in the parliament as a Kantonsrat, or they just don't even think about that. It also would still be about that there is like you are not. But that's the issue. That's exactly the issue with those dynamics of a cardinal in the church. Well, you still have to deliver. You still have to deliver a speech. You still have to deliver, and that's just like it's completely lost on them. I mean, the difference is with something like chess or poker. You can always like gauge where you are at in quality. Much less so, even though it would be much simpler. So to create a book, what they write, a speech, it is much easier than a move in chess, or also for KI in hindsight. And that's just like why do you keep like pretending it is otherwise? So it's something like the app, which it is now. So kind of the lifetime project of my father. This Wegedatz. Well, that can just be graded, and it's well, for the most part, it's even though he invested decades, it is not something that cannot, like, there is no incentive to do that. But if you had a proper qualified person nowadays that is a bit familiar with and that's the issue. They are very often not familiar with like the biology and botanic side of things, or that you need like the data, also the Datenbank access, so the server or what they have for the but it would not be more than well, maybe half of a Semesterarbeit or of a research project, right? So it's just an illusion that like I don't get why my father didn't do that as a last, like that would have been and it's just stuff like so I had the other day my brother on the phone and my nephew. So well, that is because the wife got pregnant. There is just like it's unfair that also it's not like what they agreed, so she doesn't get like the opportunity for well, an orthopedy specialization or whatever was agreed, just because she got pregnant. But because it doesn't really change, and my brother already has all the necessary paper and titles to found the Hausarztpraxis together. It doesn't really matter that much for them, but it's still completely unfair, right? But there, my family, so I already knew that beforehand. That is something my family is like, they are not engaged. As soon as it gets dangerous that you actually would need to do something, they jump in the lake or whatever, but still they like share that story, and my mother is very good at so this fake enragement also up to the point where it would matter. But when you compare it to what happened with her son, right, or her other son, I mean, this is the wife of so my case, she is just completely overwhelmed, and then she gets like colder than so no empathy at all, because she just cannot believe that this is how our system, how the world works, right? And that's unfair, and they make it even worse by by their behavior. So that's so die second order kind of Traum, also those second order traumata of the like society, but that they have no experience how to deal with. It doesn't matter what it is, like my case or refugee from like or well with what do we do with like pedophiles, or what do we do with psychopaths, because they never dared to think on any issue properly, and that's why it's and it's of course like the lost opportunity. Now it's too late. Now I don't want to, but I was a top data scientist, which this is exactly what is lacking all around, everywhere, and like they don't see that. They don't see that because they don't get it. So I still would be able to like I just don't see why I should do that for free. And that's basically what my father expected. That it's the same with my godfather as well, that someone would take over for free the stupid legacy of like building those telescopes. Like, why? It was pointless the second time you built, and he built like 6 or 7 times the. Das ist unglaublich. And then when you point that out, that's their only excuse for like. That's how they escape the dragon, their relation, and well, it's the same dynamics as with the Flugplatz, the air, also it's not an airport, it's like for the like that's all they have left, and it's all just a play to because they never had the courage to work on their and that's all they have. All their like relationships are that are left are based like on something like that, right? So it's yeah, so like I yeah, I mean, it just cannot continue like that, and yeah, they